last year.
Yeah, one of many companies affected by a clampdown on the short-term loans business. Steph can tell us more.
Yes, morning to you both. Quite a turnaround this for Wonga, really, from going from making millions. Morning, everyone. Yes, Wonga is one of those firms that made millions from people desperate for cash. But after a crackdown by the regulators, the firm is now facing millions of pounds of losses. Now, rules brought in recently mean that the fees and interest rates that companies like Wonga can charge people for short-term loans have been capped. On top of this, one of its adverts was banned and it had to pay out compensation to customers after sending them fake legal letters. So it's been quite a tough couple of years for them. With me, results out at 8. What are we expecting to hear?
Well, not good.
Do you think it was inevitable then that this was going to happen, that they were going to be hit hard by the regulators and face losses now?
Well, I think they perhaps didn't think so a few years.
Next year's figures could be worse. Is there any point in being in the industry anymore, do you think?
Well, I think they're going to have to take some tough decisions.
Still in demand, these types of loans, because one of the arguments was that we might be really hard on the payday lenders, but that might push some vulnerable people into loan sharks and other ways of getting money because they've actually helped people as well.
Well, I think...
And what about its rivals in terms of how they're doing it? I mean, this is an industry that's been heavily hit, so are they all suffering? Could we see it get even smaller, do you think?
Well, I think that's undoubtedly going to happen. You know, the FCA themselves, when they brought out this cap, the regulator spoke about, a huge reduction of up to 90% of the players in the industry. So from many hundreds down to a handful of lenders. I think that is likely to happen. When it's going to happen is hard to predict. But I think to some degree, Wonga have been a victim of their own success. They spent millions and millions of pounds on building their brand awareness. But actually, in doing so, they drew attention to the very way in which they make money.
Yeah, Guy, thank you very much for your time this morning. And those results will be out just after 8, so I'll have those for you shortly.
OK, Steph, thank you very much indeed. And now we've known